Hello, welcome to the RCBC SGA Sit Down Series podcast. My name is Madeline, and I'm the president of SGA, and today I have with me my co-host Ariani, who is also an officer on SGA. And we have our special guest here, Reagan Copeland, who is the student support counselor at RCBC. How are you guys doing today?
I'm good. How about you?
Excited to be here.
Yeah. So this podcast have a goal to get to know more the resources we all students have here at RCBC. But before we start this conversation, Reagan, I would like to know more about your personals. So my question to you is, what is your favorite hobby?
What is my favorite hobby? Well, if you saw me walking across campus in my wildly colored clothing and my weird glasses, you could probably peg me as somebody who likes crafts. I'm a big crafter. Knitting, painting, anything where I get to make a mess and destroy stuff makes my soul feel good. So I'm a big crafter. That's what I'm about.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I'm the same. That is my mental health.
Yes.
Do you like crafting, Maddie?
A little here and there.
We can
Not
teach
really,
you.
though.
We can teach you, definitely.
Yes, please teach me. Please teach me.
And I also hear you have a new puppy. That is right?
Yes. You heard about Julie. Yes.
Oh, Julie is a
Tell
girl.
us more about the puppy.
2024 has been really good. So right around Valentine's Day, my husband and I adopted Julie, who is a 9-month-old pit bull mix, and she came down from West Virginia. So we just have been through the rescue process of getting her healthy and taking good care of her. And I have never had a puppy before, and it is wild. There's so much to do.
And to teach.
And to clean. Yes.
That is true.
So my life at RCBC is pretty full. We've had a busy semester, and I've had the opportunity to talk to a lot of cool students. And then I go home and I'm in puppy mode. So it's been a busy time.
It's good.
Yeah.
So we have would you rather, okay?
A would you rather question?
Yes.
Okay.
So, would you rather travel to the past to a specific day, or would you rather go on the future for one day? It's a tough question. I know.
For my mental health, I like to work on being in the present. That's not an answer to your question. I will answer the question. So I'd like to let the future unfold on its own. So I think I would like to go to the past, but it would have to be a good day in the past, right? I don't really need to see anything
You choose.
too scary. I'm going to go back and maybe I would regraduate college again.
Okay.
That was a pretty amazing day where I felt really proud of my accomplishments. So that's a vibe I know that you guys are working towards. So that would be something that I wouldn't mind visiting again.
So since we are talking about go back and graduating, let's go deep on our conversation.
Yeah, okay.
So what made you work here as in a college?
So I am a licensed clinical social worker. There's a lot of different ways to become a counselor or a therapist. So I've been working in mental health for a long time, and I worked in Philly, right over the bridge, for a long time in different community mental health settings. One thing that I really liked working with was you Gen Z people, right? So emerging adults, we would call in psychology. So somewhere between teenager and full-blown adulting, we're figuring out a lot of complicated stuff and figuring out how to deal with things on our own. So a community college is cool because it's all types of people. To be honest, last year, I met students, everyone from ages 16 up to age 77. So it's not just the young adults that I get to work with here, but it is everyone. And that's what really brought RCBC to my attention, is because we have such a wide group of students we work with. And then I came to see the campus and I realized that it is beautiful here. The buildings are in great shape. All the staff looked really happy to work here. The students looked excited to be here. So, when you want to find a job, you want to work somewhere where you feel like people are taking care of themselves. And I got really good vibes about RCBC. That's how I ended up here.
Why do you choose the field that you're working in?
Working in mental health, helping people support their mental health. Probably most people who come to this field are learning about themselves. And I definitely learned a lot about my own mental health. I came in with the interest of working with young kids, and that's another thing that you get to do. You get to work with different types of people and people in different situations. So I wanted to learn more about myself. I wanted to become stronger as a person, and to do that, I was really lucky to have all of these people that I met along the way. I know that sounds selfish, right? That's kind of funny that I got into this to help myself, but that's totally what happens when you're working in counseling or therapy. You talk to someone, you learn things about yourself that you never would have expected. So
And I guess you started like thinking in a different ways because of the situations, the broad situations that you see. You talk with students and people from 16 to 77,
Yeah.
how many experiences and situations. So I think you might have other.
Yeah, it's always made me feel really lucky to meet people who are different than me. You know, we only come with our own experiences, whatever our families taught us, whatever communities we're from. I'm from central Pennsylvania, and it is a different vibe there than in Philly or South Jersey. So I just feel so lucky to have met the wide range of people that I've worked with and to think about things in new ways. People teach me stuff all the time, and I get the best advice from counseling and therapy clients. I've learned a lot.
What's your everyday responsibilities?
My day-to-day is that I have lots of appointments set up to meet with students for counseling. We usually meet for either 30 minutes or 1 hour. Students come in for their appointments. I see 5 or 8 or 10 students a day, and we work on sitting down and solving problems and taking care of people's emotional well-being. And then in between all that, I'm answering the phone, I'm sending emails, I'm talking to doctors and other providers in the community and making sure that students are well connected. And then once in a while, we have time for fun stuff like presentations and activities and visiting with clubs on campus. So it's a really cool mix of basically me running around all day and typing a lot.
Yeah. This semester, I remember I think you were hosting a presentation about mental health and healthy relationship. And the students like it. It was very well accepted.
Yeah, some of the cool presentations that we've done this semester have been about body image. We have another one coming up this week for our Summer Glow Up series to make sure that, so that you don't let shame or body hate or the diet industry ruin your summer, right? I love that meme.
That is
like,
true.
Yeah,
Using bikini, maillot to go to the
yes,
beach.
yes.
Oh, yeah, that is a nightmare.
But there's a meme online that says how to get the perfect bikini body.
Body shapes and all stuff.
Take a bikini and put it on your body. That's pretty much about it. So we got to do that, and we've had some eating disorder awareness stuff. And the month of April is Sexual Assault Recovery Awareness Month. So we had a lot of cool activities on campus, giving people more information about that. So yeah, we kind of bring it all.
Yeah, you're busy, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
How long have you been working at RCBC?
I started in March of 2023. So it's been a little bit over a year. And I have been here through all the different types of semesters we have, right? There's winter session, there's fall, there's spring, and then we have all of our different types of summer classes. So I have weathered the seasons and learned a lot, and I'm so happy to be here. I'm going to keep working here.
Okay, and what type of counseling can you provide here, like at school? Like how that works? Is like any subject, or I can bring my personal stuff? It's like school related. How that works? So
we call the mental health services that we provide here at RCBC counseling, and that's my role here, the student support counselor. But since I'm a licensed clinical social worker and I have experience in mental health treatment, we can really handle any concern that a student might have when they walk into counseling. It could be a concern about a mood disorder like depression or bipolar disorder. It could be general stress, relationship stuff in your life. Of course, we always talk about academic concerns, people who might be struggling with being successful in class. And some of that can be related to life stress or learning how to sharpen your study skills. But some of it can really be about people discovering that they have learning challenges like ADHD. And then what are the next steps and how do you deal with that? So yeah, Ariane, to answer your question, we deal with a wide range of issues. And a good thing to know when you're a counselor is that you have to know your limits and know when you need to ask for help. So another thing I do is I partner with other providers, doctors in the community to make sure that students can get the best of the best when it comes to getting help.
How can students begin the process of meeting with you?
So maybe it's not the easiest right now. It would be nice if everybody could whip out an app and push a button, but you do have to do the finger work of emailing me or calling me on the phone. So my email is rcopeland@rcbc.edu, and my phone number is 856-222-9311, extension 2915. So give me a call. It's really easy. You just have to say your name, have that student ID number memorized, right? I know that's a long one. And tell me, hey, I'm interested in counseling. I've been going through some stuff and I'd like to talk to someone. And then we set up your first appointment and go from there.
Okay, but how about like if the students are nervous or a little hesitated but also needed? What will be your advice for this type of students that need help but is hesitated for any other reasons?
Yeah, I mean, I think lots of people might be nervous when they're coming to counseling, especially the first time. Or if you're meeting a different counselor for the first time, even if you're like a therapy pro. So a lot of students might be nervous when they think about coming to counseling. If I had a piece of advice for those students, I would say you're welcome here at counseling. It doesn't have to be a whole big thing, like we don't have to, if you're thinking of Freud and laying out on the couch, that ain't what it's like. It's much more casual and comfortable. Students can come for one appointment or they could come for many, many follow-up appointments. And I would just say keep an open mind for yourself and for other people, right? So keep an open mind about what counseling might feel like for you, and keep an open mind about how a counselor might act. It might not fit with the image you have in your head. So as long as you go and you speak openly, and you also have the right to protect your own boundaries. Only share what you want to share. You don't have to spill your guts if you're just trying to pass discrete math, right?
Right. But I'm kind of myself,
Yeah.
I'm pretty busy at work and I'm also a student and I would like to have an appointment with you. However, I cannot be here in person exactly, to have appointment since I'm on Philly. There is a way to have a counseling online that works. There is any other ideas or possibilities for students that are not able to stay on campus for periods of times and stuff like that?
Yeah, so there's actually two big ways to get counseling through RCBC, and all of our methods to get counseling are free for students right now. Now, really, they're covered by your student fees, your tuition. So it's honestly something that you've already invested in. So the services are here. So a student who is remote or who is really busy, or honestly, most of our students work in addition to being students. I offer virtual appointments so we can talk over video. We could talk on the phone. Sometimes it's hard to find a place to talk when you're a busy student, even to have that virtual session. So I'll problem solve with people. I'll say, hey, pull up at a park. Let's have a session from your car, but we can do video and phone. We also have a service called You Will, and students may have seen posters for that, blue and white posters all over campus. And You Will is a program that RCBC partnered with. So these are not RCBC staff, but they are trained professional counselors and psychologists. And RCBC students can log into youwill.com using their RCBC email for free on-demand counseling. It's all virtual. So that could be through messaging, through a conversation on the phone, through a video. And you get to pick the therapist who's a good fit for you. If you want someone who speaks your language or someone who understands your concerns about identity, someone who understands the culture you're coming from. That's the cool thing about You Will is I'm just one lady, but You Will is honestly, I think there's like 50 or 70 clinicians that you can pick from. So we encourage all students who are night students, students who are working any hour. You Will has late hours and they have weekend hours. So there's a way that we can accommodate everyone taking good care of their mental health.
What types of resources are available during the semester?
So I work out of the Office of Student Support, which we are headquartered upstairs in the Student Success Center, that big, beautiful building. And our office does a whole lot. There aren't too many of us, but I can tell you about some of my coworkers and the services that we provide for students. So I do specifically mental health counseling and counseling to support people's well-being. But one big function of our office is to help serve students who have registered disabilities who are looking for accommodations to assist with their education. So we encourage students who have a documented disability, like a learning difference, a medical concern, a developmental disorder, to come and speak to my supervisor, Donna, or our other staff, Laura and Jamie, to talk about what accommodations might help you be more successful in class. Also, students who don't have a documented disability and are curious about what that would be like to talk to a medical provider and to find out about that, come on by and we'll give you all the information we have, because RCBC is pretty serious about providing opportunities for everyone to be able to get the education that you want. So we take our accommodations really seriously here. We also have a case coordinator named Jeanette who can provide emergency assistance for students who are in financial trouble, something like gift cards for groceries, bus passes and transportation money. advice for how to sign up for public benefits like Medicaid or food assistance. So Jeanette does a really good job helping students when they're in a tight spot. We also have you two heard of the Call Lab? Do you
No,
know
I
about the
have
Call Lab in the
not.
back of the library?
No, the back of the library?
Yeah.
Tell us more about it.
So the Call Lab, we're testing my memory. It stands for Career Adaptive Learning Lab, and it is run by my coworker, Scott. And the Call Lab is this big, cool room that has all sorts of technology that I didn't even know existed. They have Braille readers, text-to-speech and speech-to-text technology, magnifying devices, pens that do fancy things. And Scott is a really talented thinker when it comes to adaptive learning. He helps students adapt their textbooks and make things easier to read. And he talks with all those publishing companies. So like RCBC provides a lot of different options for people who need assistance. And then, of course, we have our Center for Adults in Transition that's run by Pat and Crystal. And this is an amazing program that's pretty new to RCBC. And we bring on campus adults with developmental disabilities and let them take actual college classes. And they also have a seminar where they get to hang out and learn about life skills. So our office is really busy. We try to meet students where they're at. That's kind of our goal. But, if you're asking about some of the services, those are just some of the services we provide.
Yeah, I just recall one more. That
Yeah.
is the food pantry.
Oh my gosh. Shame on me.
No. Not shame on you. I just know about it because I use a lot.
Yeah.
Help me saving money for other stuff.
Where is the food pantry? How does a student get there?
Oh, food. You are now
I'm
asking
quizzing
the
you now, I
questions.
know.
It's in Voda.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
behind actually. If you go inside of the building, you're not gonna find it, but it's behind. I just don't know recall what kind of time exactly it is, but I'm sure on the website, if you put -rcbc.edu- food pantry, you can find the time in there.
Yeah, the perfect commercial. Thank you. No, we really encourage all students to come by the food pantry. And someone may be nervous because they've never been to a food pantry or because they feel a certain type of way about going to the food pantry. But the thing is, we gotta give that food out to people.
I think awesome.
Tell us what you guys have at the food pantry.
It's like a mini grocery store. Now, we do not have a refrigerator. We're working on it. But it's kind of like, it's like honestly an aisle that you walk down. We have food, canned goods, boxes of food, school supplies, hygiene products like soap and women's products, and then just weird stuff like phone chargers and whatever mysterious things that we get donated.
So it's awesome. I'm so glad that RCBC have all this resource to help out students and also give opportunity for students that, doesn't have all the liberty and opportunity to be around of actually a college because they have some disabilities. So I think that is very nice from RCBC do this kind of inclusion. It's very fun.
Yeah, and it's also a good shot for students to take those first steps as part of, honestly, adulting, right? So
get a job.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
good experience.
Yeah.
And I feel like as you're growing up, it can be stressful. And it's good to have these resources on campus.
So can I ask you two another question?
Absolutely.
So I think all students need to talk about this and share this information with each other. What are your stress busters? What do you do to work through your stress, resolve your stress, feel a little bit better, stay focused?
I would say whenever I'm feeling stressed, I like to listen to music or like get a coloring sheet out or something or go work out for like 30 minutes. And then I'm less stressed.
Definitely. So that sounds like, people like to talk about your 5 senses: smell, sight, taste, sound, touch. There we go. I got them. So you like to work out through your senses and hear some stuff, do some stuff that's relaxing.
Yes.
I like that too. What do you like to do, Ariane?
Oh man, I need to put energy out. I'm the type angry bird.
Well, we're like we're breaking plates, we're punching a pillow. What are we doing?
Basically, kind of like that, but no. When I'm stressed out, I'm so weird. I go cut the grass. So lawnmower, all this kind of stuff. I need to put my energy down and clean up the whole yard. And then I
yes.
see the project done.
Yes.
My art is done. And then I feed the birds. And then I start working out of my flowers. So yeah, summer, like beginning of the spring, is also the end of the semester. So you have to get all your assignments done, everything on time. Everything needs to be done. It is the last option you have, or you get done or get zero in the final. So yeah, that is the most stressful time for me. And this is how I can release like hard work.
Yeah. So that's
Or
a combination.
cleaning.
Yes.
I really go for cleaning too.
I would call that rage cleaning. I do that a lot. But yeah, also I've had a lot of students telling me lately.
Sprinkling.
Yeah, I've had a lot of students telling me lately, touch grass. I think about, put your phone down and go touch grass, go outside.
This is what I do. I cut the grass.
Yes, the sunlight helps enrich the way that your body uses vitamins and minerals. Like, it's wild. It's all well related. So go outside, touch grass, save time to relax. Make time to relax. You two gonna be okay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I will be here, so it's
I'll be
good.
here too. Let's
Yes.
get this summer going.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for having me on today.
No, thank
Thank you for coming on.
We
It was
appreciate you
a
here.
pleasure.
That's it, I guess. Thank you so much for coming. Those information was very important and interesting. I learned also today again.
Thank you for coming on the SGA Sit Down series, and it was a pleasure having you today.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And see you guys
Have
soon.
a good day. Bye.